Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another transfer talk rumor special. I wanted to get on earlier and do this, but work and life gets in the way. So waited till this evening. And it's been a busy one with rumors. Some of them seem a little bit more concrete than others, and there's been others that have come through throughout the evening. So that might squeak into another show, or might just mention them towards the end as well. And one transfer that we have missed out on, which is quite bad news, to be fair, and quite a shame. It looked like we were well on the way to signing him, but I'll give my views on that towards the end as well. Um, I did have planned a Perslow slash Monchi review as well in terms of my opinions on that, but I wanted to wait until it's fully confirmed, so that will come later on this week. And also the great news is we've surpassed 1,600 subscribers, which is phenomenal support. The growth in the channel over the last week has been crazy. So please continue to hit that like button, continue to hit that subscribe button, help us get to 2K and beyond before the start of the season. You'd be doing us a massive, massive favor. And if you would like to join, obviously all the content is free, but if you'd like to support us more by becoming a member for just $1.99 a month, then please hit that join button and become an official Villa Park Pod follower. So let's get into it. A couple of players that have done the rounds in terms of rumours. A couple of them I know obviously pretty well, and we all know pretty well, and others that we're not quite so sure on. So the first one would be Nicolo Zaniolo, and I've got him in his Roma shirt there, but he's currently playing in Turkey at Galatasaray, and started his career at Virtus Entella, and then signed for Inter Milan. Didn't play any games there. Then he made his made his name at Roma, playing 94 games and scoring 13 goals. And then he had an injury hit time at Roma, where I believe he had a cruciate ligament injury, so a really bad injury to his right knee, and then kind of returned back, had a bit of a loss of form, moved to Galatasaray, I believe, for 15 million euros, and has done really well there. 10 games and 5 goals so far, and he has a release clause of 35 million euros. So one who he's only 23, so could be one for the future. I'll just bring up his kind of sofa score, and I have compared him to Leon Bailey. So looking at the kind of stats there, attacking wise 63, creativity 55, technical ability 40, tackling 35, defensively 15. And obviously Bailey's is outperforming him on the majority. But obviously early days for this guy at Galatasaray. 10 games played. Only started 2. He scored 5 goals though, which shows he's got a real eye for goal. 23% goal conversion. 4 goals from inside the box out from 18 shots, and 1 goal from outside the box from just 4 shots. In terms of his passing, he's got accuracy 74%, 90% in his own half, and 61% in the opposition half. And successful dribbles, 41%, total duels won 31%. So look, there's not a huge amount to go off of that, other than the fact that he's found it quite reasonably easy to score goals. Prior to that, we'll look at a season where he 28 games in the 21-22 season, scored 2 goals, both inside the box, plenty of shots, accuracy, 77% passing accuracy, 85% in own half, and 64% in the opposition half. And then dribbles, 2 successful dribbles per game, 49%, total duels won, 5.8. So look, a player who could probably develop under Unai Emery. I must say, I don't know a huge amount about him. A 35 million euro release clause suggests that he's fairly highly rated, and would be a big kind of money fee to shell out for him. So look, you guys let me know in the comments. If you guys know more about him, then please do let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, what his strengths are, and what we would be potentially buying if he came in. Next one, again, I'm not not have a huge knowledge of this guy at all. Hirving Lozano of Napoli. Again, 27-year-old Mexican international. Has played 120 times for Napoli and scored 23 goals. More of a forward player. So obviously, whether he can play out wide, whether he'd be looking in for that number 10 position, like behind the striker. Again, I have compared him again to a Leon Bailey, but maybe it's more of a comparison to a Emi Buendia, maybe. So that could be a better comparison. But in metrics, he's performing, he's overperforming Leon Bailey. They're like attacking very similar, creativity very similar, technical ability. Lozano's better tackling and defending as well, and those heat maps look predominantly out on the right hand side. Is right-footed, so would potentially go outside his player. 32 games played this season, 3 goals, and assists 3 as well. So, and passing accuracy is 87% in his own half, 71% in the opposition half. So better than Zaniolo, and dribbles, 1.1 successful dribbles, so 54% successful dribbles per game. So again, you guys let me know what his main strengths are. It looks like his passing ability is good. Expected assists is 3.28. So yeah, something where it looks like he's a quality player on the ball. And could help us, technically in and around those areas on the right hand side and moving into the box. So another one that would be interesting to have a look at. But don't know a huge amount about him, if I'm being brutally honest. More into the kind of the Premier League, and one player who, if you've watched the pod, I've really liked him and how he's done this season. And again, our name has been linked to Brennan Johnson, Welsh international. For me, he's had a great first season in the Premier League. 22 years of age, scored 8 goals in the Premier League this season in his debut season in the Premier League in a struggling Nottingham Forest side. It did come to form towards the end of the season, and ironically, it was when Brennan Johnson probably had his quietest time. But look, 8 goals in the first season in the Premier League after playing 38 games and starting 33. You've got to forgive him to have a little bit of fatigue as the season's gone on. But yeah, 8 goals. From inside the box, all of them from 43 shots. Just 12 shots outside the box. So does like to shoot, 2 with his left foot, 6 with his right foot. He's won a penalty. He's got 3 assists as well across the season. So that's 11 goal involvements. So if we're talking about if we talk about someone who is ruthless and will go for goal, then look, this guy's your man. And after having a season in the Premier League, is it a time for him to take his chance at a club like a Villa, or does he have one more season at a club like Forest? That's to be seen. 18 caps for Wales, 2 goals. Always looks dangerous as well when he plays against Wales. Successful dribbles only 0.9, so 45%. Does like to try and take players on, but also likes to get on the end of chances. So, he's a very versatile player. And as we can see here, very similar to a Leon Bailey. Not quite as creative, but better in the tackle. Obviously, can get back and help out the defence. A bit more physical as well. I think he kind of put on a bit of bulk as the season went on. So, for me, it will be a really good signing. I'd really welcome that. I think next stage of his career, coming from a Forest to an Aston Villa, we'd probably get him at a good price. If he has another good season, you're talking upwards of 50, 60 million if he has another good season. So, why not take our chance now on a 22-year-old who's got a lot of potential? Again, you guys let me know your thoughts. Finally, the player that hasn't gone away, Harvey Barnes, raiding Leicester again after we've gone for Tielemans. We were at the head of the betting alongside West Ham. So level pegging with West Ham as to who was favourites to sign him. And it could be that we're discussing terms with him as well as West Ham, and he's got to take his pick. Both teams in Europe, one's in Europa League, one's in the Europa Conference League. Obviously, Villa finished the season higher than West Ham, but have West Ham got arguably better prepared from the fact that they were in Europe? They've been in Europe for the last 3 seasons. Obviously, Moyes has finished off the season well, but Unai Emery is a top class manager. Would no doubt develop Harvey Barnes. So, there's arguments for and against both sides. But for me, obviously, I'd say Villa's the better choice. And for me, it'd be ideal for us. Obviously, he comes from the left. So would it be relevant to what we want to do? Would we have to slightly change our tactics? I don't know. Or would he be coached to play from the right? Again, similar stats to Leon Bailey in terms of the attributes, but looking at the goals this season in particular, I mean, 34 games played, 32 started, 13 goals this season in the Premier League. He's just phenomenal. 10 goals from inside the box. From 56 shots, 3 goals from outside the box from 16. So, yeah, likes to create, likes to shoot. And we've talked about Villa players not shooting enough. 10 with his right foot and 3 with his left foot, so he's not afraid to have a shot with his weaker foot. 1 assist this season, so I'd expect a little bit more better from him there. And in terms of dribbling, in terms of passing accuracy, 73% accuracy per game, 80% in own half, 60%, 67%, in the opposition half. So look, we talk about wingers here. He's putting crosses in, they'll get blocked. So it's not always going to be too high, but generally a very effective wide player. And you just have to look at the goals and the output. I mean, Leon Bailey scored 4 this season in the Premier League and assisted 4. I mean, you're talking more than tripling the goal output from our wide players, and obviously for Johnson, doubling the goal output. So for me, it probably be Harvey Barnes would be the most logical one for me, and played Premier League, played European football, knows what it's like to play at the top of half of the league. Next, closely followed by a Brennan Johnson for me, and then the other two I'm not 100% sure on. So again, you guys let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Lozano and Zaniolo, and also who your thoughts are, and if we had our choice, if you had your choice, who out of those 4 would you go for? One player we missed out on, Kang-in Lee, has obviously gone to PSG. Seems like we're in battle with PSG at the moment for players. Asensio we missed out on, if reports are to be believed, and it looks like we have definitely missed out on Kang-in Lee. So hopefully we can keep our business quiet for the rest of the season, the rest of pre-season, and we don't lose any more players to them. But yeah, that's a bit of a disappointing one, really, because by all accounts he would have been a cracking player for us, and very highly coveted across Europe for obvious reasons. He's gone to PSG, and I'm hearing whispers of a Jadon Sancho, but I can't see that. Wages, transfer fee, and for me, I'd much rather a Harvey Barnes or a Brennan Johnson. For me, like, highly rated, obviously, but his body language has never shown me that he really wants to dig in and put his all in. So that would be a pass for me. But look, might feature him in another episode. That's it for me though for now. So yeah, like I say, get involved in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Help us spread the word of the channel. We want to get 2K and beyond, and you can help us do that. Thank you very, very much for watching. It is much appreciated, you giving your time to watch. And as always, please remember, we'll follow the Villa. Thanks, everyone.